So today we'll have an hands-on session on Power Query, right? And I've shared you those data sets. Please download them. I've got a few, questions. You can solve them first, and later we can discuss. Is that good?
Yeah, that's good.
Please download the data set I've just mailed you.
This is Power Query, is it?
Yes, Chaitanya.
Okay. Swap is going to ace it. What swap?
Let's see what kind of example is there.
All right, thanks.
All right, so first data set, we're going to deal with sum. So basically, the data is something like this. We are having account details, account name, and we have like product cost, installation cost, and we need to find the net cost for that particular person, right? So we're going to achieve this net cost in Power Query. So please go ahead and open a blank file and connect to this data set and transform it to get those product costs, sorry, net cost amount. And let me know your observations once you've done that. Is it clear? So we basically need to find the sum of product cost and installation cost for each account. Steps. Data set. Step number 1, connect to dataset, then transform the data, then go into add new column and add custom column over there and type in your formula to calculate the sum, and later close and load the data into the Excel.
Yeah, done.
Awesome. Swap, can you share your observations over there?
Observation means yeah, it's coming null for account 3, 4, and 6. Then
Right.
I've just put if condition that if it's blank, just take product cost.
Awesome. Correct. So yeah. So let me walk you through the one. So I went into data from file, from workbook, select this file, click import. Cool. I'll select sheet 1 and I'll click on transform data. All right. Now what we need to do, we basically need to find the sum of these two, right? So if you directly go and add custom column, and you want to find the sum of this one, less installation cost, and if you do, so what we are ending up, we are ending up with nulls for these accounts. Why so? Because if you see in installation cost, we are actually having blanks for these these three accounts. So our number plus blank, or whenever it is like null, is going to be null. Even the same thing happens with Tableau as well. When we are doing sum with number and blank or null, we end up getting nulls. So in Tableau, we basically use ZN function to convert these nulls to 0, so that we will be having a number over here. So similar approach, let's follow here as well. I'll right click over here, null, and I'll say replace value. So what are we doing? We are basically replacing nulls with number 0. I'll click OK, and you can see the step applied after adding custom column. So we want to have a custom column at last. So I'll just replace those. And if I click on add custom column, now you can see, so now it is number plus number, we'll be going to have number over here. Before it used to be number plus null, and it's ended up with nulls, right? Any doubts over here?
Like first, I have some doubt.
Yes.
Here in custom column, like already I wrote calculated field saying product cost plus installation cost. Okay. Assuming case like I will like to edit the calculated field which I wrote already, how I am supposed to do that?
You will be having an option, setting kind of thing over here. You click on that, then you will go into your calculations.
Achha, okay.
Yeah. All right then. So shall we move on to our second example? Is everyone done with this one?
Yeah.
Cool. So I'll just come here, close and load. Okay, that loaded as a second sheet. All right. So next one, we'll be looking into a transpose example. Okay, I'm opening the file. So here we've got a table, something like this. So order ID as one single row, category as single row, amount as single row. But we want to have vertical table rather than horizontal one. So we want to have order ID in one column, category in one column, and amount in one column, so that we can use that this kind of data structure in our Tableau or Power BI to make our visualizations, right? So yeah, please go ahead and change this data structure into a vertical system. Procedure going to be same. Please connect to this file, then transform, and yeah.
So basically you want this data in 3 columns.
Right, correct. I wanted something like this.
Yeah, done. Just one question, why are we having underscores? The
Where?
order ID is same. Underscore 1, underscore 2, underscore 3.
Just in rough data.
Actually, I'm able to get category and amount, but I'm not sure like how to get the order IDs as well.
Okay.
Since
So-
order IDs come under header.
Okay. All right, I'll walk you through the process. So, okay, once you connect to the data, it's going to look something like this, right? So what we want to have this particular header as a first row or as a row for us. So to do that, what we'll do, we'll go into transform, and you will be seeing option here, use first row as header. You can click on the drop down and you will have option saying use header as your first row. Once you click on that, what we're going to have order IDs as our records. Okay. Now when you transpose this data, we'll be able to see those order IDs. Now it's just a matter of changing the first row back to headers. Now click on that. It basically brings that to header. Do let me know, Jairam, once you're done with that.
Yeah, I'm done again.
Okay, then let's close and load this back in. Okay, and the third example is something like this. I'll open those two files. Okay, this is file number 1, and second file is code file number 2. Awesome. So, we are having two files, one with the account, account holder details, another with the amount, whatever the balance in that account. Okay, and we are identifying the field as our code. All right, so what we want to achieve, we want to have a table where we do have all these details, says code, name, gender, and amount as well. All right, so we basically need to merge these two tables based on code to bring in this amount field back into this table. Is the question clear?
Yeah.
Okay. So steps going to be, we're going to connect first to these two data sets as connect only, and then we're going to merge these two queries based on this code. Do let me know once you're done with it. All right, so it's going to look something like this. Guys, can you hear me?
Yeah, why the indexes?
Just drop in for like next example, so you can neglect this, not an issue.
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. What about others?
Working on it.
Jairam, sorry.
Just working on it.
Okay.
Got it.
Great. So I'll just explain you the process once again, so that we are on the same page. Awesome. So first I've went into data from file from workbook, and I've selected the code file 1 and then import, and I brought in the sheet 1 and made load 2. I went into load 2 and it has only connection, and I click OK. So that is this one connection, and similarly I followed the same process for the second file as well. I made it like a connection alone. Then now what we want to do, we want to basically merge these two queries to get a final output, right? So I'll go into get data, and you will be seeing an option saying combine queries. Okay, and here you can use merge option over there, and it will basically ask us to select those two data tables. So our first data table is sheet 1, so I'll click on that. You can see we are having code, name and gender, and our second table is sheet 1 2, which is we're going to have code and amount. So we're going to select these two, and we want to have whatever the joint kind of joint we want to have. Let's go with a right join, so that we do have only the we're going to get the account details for these codes. So I'll just click on right join and I'll click OK, and that basically brings us all right, so this is going to look something like this. Now we can expand this particular table too, and we can bring only the amount. Now we do got all this, and we can directly close and load, and we are seeing those details over here now. All right, so that's data set 3. So I plan to explain you something else over here. If we want to see only female records or male records based on the parameter that you are having in Excel sheet, so I think we can take this in the next upcoming session. So that's going to look something like this. We'll be having a table, and wherein we can pass in our parameter something like female, and while refreshing that query, we're going to get only those female records. So you can see A123 and 124 are the females. So right, so yeah, these are these records, and when you select male and refresh that query, we're going to have those male records. oh, this is something dataset for I plan to take it today itself, but